You don't mean everything we're talking about. You mean bending and all that stuff?
Whatever you think I need to know for the basics, just beginning basics.
Well, okay. The camera needs to see this, so let's look at the camera. Here, let's do this. Is this doing a movie or something?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at it like this. I hope the camera can see these harmonicas. This one is labeled G, and this one is labeled C. Okay? Now, these two harmonicas can play the same song. If they can play the same song in the same key, they will play that song with a little different voice because of how it works. Okay? So let's call the G the key we want to play in. We're going to play in the key of G, so a G harmonica is the number one harmonica to pick to play in the key of G. It's the closest thing to a G. It's a G. So that's why we call it numero uno, first position. Okay? When you play it, you're playing that song in first position. Whatever you're playing, you're using a G. So you're in the key of G. Now, there's okay. So let's demonstrate it like this. So the G harmonica will play this little riff in first position. That is in the key of G, and it's a G harmonica playing. Now, a C harmonica relative to a G is called the second position. And if you count the letters in musical terms and go G, A, B, C, you've gone up 4 counts, okay? So, and then you can count it the other way too. Going from a C to a G is C, D, E, F, G, okay? So that is the prelude to learning about how to pick what key you want to play in. But for right now, just memorize that G played in its natural position, which we call the what position? The what position?
First position.
First position. Yeah. Okay. So a G plays in the key of G in the first position, but a C will play in the key of G in a different position of your mouth to harmonica. Mouth to harmonica. Mouth to harmonica. Okay, 2 different voices. And the second position, not the natural or G, the second position, the C harmonica playing in G, creates a lot of tension. And then you get the blues sound, okay? So, for example, I'll try to blow a blues sound in the first position in the key of G. Now, that's not bad. It sounds kind of bluesy. But let's look at it in the second position, which creates a lot of tension and stressed, guttural kind of sound. They bend differently, but they both bend. Much more control of the bend in the second position, which is the C. Hence, that's the reason why we use a C to play blues in the key of G. Okay? So, and how far away is this from the C to the G? It's C, D, E, F, G. It's 5. Okay, from the G. Okay? So, there you have it. Remember, in music, the notes go starting with a C, D, E, F, G, and then, unlike the alphabet, A, but then to B. And there's 7 notes. There's half notes in between. So basically, you have 14 notes to work with. But do you have 14 notes? Nah, you have 28 notes easily, because you can bend notes on a harmonica. You can bend notes on a guitar. So you can literally choose the difference between a C to a D, not just being a half step. You can make it quarter steps if you want. And that's the beauty of harp, too. It really, that's covering quite a span of notes. So that's the relationship between C and a G harp. And a lot of times, if you have a song that you're playing in G, maybe that you can't find the notes for on the G, use the C too. find the note, see if it's in the thing, like in the Star Spangled Banner. There's notes that won't be there, but you may be able to find them on a C first. That would be the first harmonica I'd go to.
Okay.
And then, remember, just playing songs in the first position or the second position. So we practice that, you know. This has a more dry sound, you know, it has rasp to it. You don't get that rasp, you get more of a melodic, sweet sound. But in the first position, it's wonderful playing most folk songs and very melodic songs. Mm-hmm. In the second position, you're going for a little change in spirit and temperament of the song when you use that to interpret a song. It sounds different. And so we call that difference in sound. Culturally, we call it the blues sound, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because it's that bent, tense, sad sound, right? Sad, emotional sound. So that's it. What else do we need to talk about? We need to talk about the discipline of learning something. Remember, if you can't play it the first time, I guarantee you by the 10th time, you'll play it 500% better by the 10th time if you're patient enough to each time improve. Do not go from one time to another without improving. That has to be your standard. You've got to get it right the second time. If not, start over again and get it right in that sequence of notes, which is called a song. What else did we talk about?
Play taps. Correct way. You can just run
taps, da da da, or da 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 da.
The one that I'm having trouble with.
Oh, okay. So we're playing in G.
So I know what it sounds like.
Now I did that without tongue tapping. Now let me do it with tongue tapping. See how it works.
Okay.
You can do different things when you tongue tap. I just did dum-da-da-dum, which with your bronchioles, it's harder to get that.
Yeah.
You'd have to breathe out compared to dum-da-da-da, and that's why you tongue tap. Okay, now that was in the first position. Now we're going to, a G harmonica playing in the key of G is first position. Now we're going to use the C harmonica to play in that same key, and this is second position. What was I playing? Da-da-da-da. Let me do it again. I'll do it with more tapping this time and slower, because I need to slow down. I didn't execute it as well. That's immediately. If you're not executing it well, slow down. Slow down.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to slow it down, but I'm still going to get that raspy feeling, and I'm going to tongue tap, making quick ends to the notes rather than I'll do. So I'm doing different things. I gave it some wobble, but I gave it the bend, right? And very sweet, but this very tense.
That kind of bending. I like
or
do.
Okay, so when the first time you play it, you do something the second time, it's always better. So what other principles are we talking about? That's it. Playing harmonica is you're doing tricks. You're using your whole. It's linguistics, man, and that's where. Oh, did we do the wata hata?
Well, not on camera.
No. Okay, it would be very difficult to do. All right, here's the train whistle in first position.
Oh, okay.
Here's the train whistle in second position, C harmonica playing in the same key, G. Much tenser, isn't it? Takes more air when you use the chords, too.
Gotcha.
So there you have, that demonstrates the difference in timbre and emotion of which harp you use to play which song, okay? So if you're going to play on top of Old Smoky, it's going to sound better in first position, key of G, G harmonica. It's first position, but I can still bend, can't I?
Yeah.
When I'm drawing, I can bend.
Okay.
So in first position, it's not like you don't bend, but when you play in second position, the whole nature of the physicality of the reeds and everything, playing those notes on the draw more, really creates a lot of tension.
Perfect.
Okay, so let me try on top of Old Smoky in second position.
Okay.
It may not come out too well, actually. I have to bend that note to get it because it's not on there, and that gives it even more tension. Right? A lot of tension there. You start feeling these notes vibrating together.
Okay.
So you see the difference? For folk songs, first and second position, what would you rather hear on top of Old Smoky? In or which would you? I'd rather hear it in this melodic position, the first position. But if I'm going to try to do a blues, like
it's just more fun for me.
what sounds like blues? Second position or first position? Second position, because it's got all the rasp, and it's the nature of the instrument to sound like that when you use the proper techniques. And good harmonic, real good harmonic. The pros, they're doing magic with these things. We regular people, we can do a lot and really be very
If I
satisfied.
could just do a few things, I'd be happy.
Hey, to be able to play a pure melody is wonderful. You know, like.
Yeah.
Or what's more beautiful than that?
Danny boy.
Yeah. Tricky in there. You got to go to another range to catch the notes because they're not down here. Okay? I was showing you that before. And remember, another thing is sometimes you can use two harmonicas, like try to play the Star Spangled Banner in G, and those notes you can't find, try to find them on a C harmonica.
Okay,
it might be helpful because we're related. The first and second position are very closely related. There are other positions, mind you, but we're only talking. There's you can have the third position is an interesting position. Just to tell you, because when you go to the third position, if you're using G and playing in a place on the G that creates the third position playing in the key of A, you'll be playing in A minor. Okay? But that's way over your head for now, or most anybody who's learning, unless you understand.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's a pretty brief thing of it.
Cool.
Plenty of emotion in it, and very good for your chest, for your breathing, for your speaking, for everything. It's totally therapeutic to be breathing like that. And learning to breathe in that yogic manner, which is circular breathing, which is the way you speak. You don't have to think of when to stop unless your speech is screwed up. If you're a normal speaker, unless you're speaking way too fast for your normal tempo, then you're going to mess up your breathing, and you'll have to make it up. But it makes itself up. And remember that you're playing music, and music has rhythm. And it's okay to break rhythm and extend things when you're just playing alone and wanting to feel the emotion of that note. Well, let it roll. Don't make it go by so fast because the damn song says it has to go by. You're telling the song what to do. The song's telling you what to do too. But you are telling the song what to do, and that's called interpretation. And sometimes you change the song a bit. For your own fun, that's fine.
Yeah.
It ain't like you're selling it or anything like that. You know, if you want to bastardize a song for your own personal self or with your little group of people who wants to do that, go right ahead. I don't think the author should be insulted. Not as long as you're not putting it out there to make money or do it wrong. So so much for that. It covers
Okay.
the whole aspect of music in a simple instrument.
Frank?
Oh, one other thing.
Yeah.
It's good if you can hum the song you're trying to play on here, or at least think
That would help.
think that you're humming it.
Yeah.
That's all
That's
you
a
really
biggie.
need. Hey, man.
Frank.
All
What's
right.
your last name, Frank?
Michelle.
Michelle.
Yeah. And now look, man. 3 years ago, I went over this with you. The next time this happens, I'm going to punish you.
It's right here. Okay, got it.
Okay, man. That's good.